What you doing?
It's demeaning. You cannot do this. It's degrading. These images are poison. Early signs are positive. You should make a full recovery.
Look, I told you, no violence. Put that down.
Oh! Simon, do something!
Why me?
Because you're a people person and I'm not. Sorry for the delay in starting, everyone, but it was my fault. I'd forgotten that Mrs. Mulgrew said that she wasn't coming in this morning.
She's not unwell, is she?
No, she's fine. Just otherwise engaged.
What about my meeting with her? Will I be able to start teaching again or not?
Yeah. Knock yourself out. If you could keep the pupils off the roof this time, maybe. No more riots, please. Apart from that, it's business as usual.
Other than a visit from the Board of Education. They're going to be coming in to discuss the possibility of resilience education being rolled out across the authority, which would obviously be an enormous coup for us.
Stop. Just stop.
Why don't we make a rule? Always to the left. Or we could go continental and always to the right.
Do what you want.
How long are you going to keep this up?
I know that this is a game to you, but I have screwed up. And seeing your grinning face every day isn't helping.
I'm not going anywhere.
Don't I know it?
I'll just stand still. Look, don't beat yourself up. I'm not sure I would have put up much of a fight either. Him knocking on my door.
Yeah, I should have. Biggest mistake in my life. Oh, one of them. Come on, put your back into it. I need to leave on time today. Plane lands at 3.
Can't wait to have our Casey family back together.
It's not the old family though, is it, eh? What a mess to come back to, eh? We've got to concentrate on our Casey, yeah? Keep her focused on her career.
Casey's tough, Mum. She'll understand. Just need to be honest with her tonight.
There's a time and a place for honesty, and it is not the minute she walks through that door.
You think we can keep this a secret?
Let's just let her get settled in before we tell her about Barry.
What about Barry? I got on an earlier flight. Thought that'd surprise you. Oh, your eyes, that was just so good. You should too.
You'd be devastated, love. That's why I didn't tell you over the phone.
I know his family and we're supposed to stick together, but it's just some things you can't ignore, Case.
We're not talking about a bit of knock-off here. It was people trafficking. Young girls. He's on remand. No bail.
Please say something. I don't want you to hate me, Case.
Of course I don't hate you. And you shouldn't hate yourself either. You did the right thing.
We thought you'd be more upset.
Yeah, well, Coach Matthew says you should only worry about the things that you can control. Everything else is just a distraction.
Well, has Coach Matthew's got any tips on nausea? Because my mum's got something else to tell you. She's got a boyfriend.
Oh, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah, well, glad you think so, love. Right, let's get cracking.
His name's George.
Classy. Ain't like the real baby.
Exactly like the royal baby. Their name's Spencer too, isn't it, Mum?
You've got to be kidding me.
Morning, Mr. Windsor. You're charming.
Sorry. Miles away.
Somewhere nice, are you?
Rome, Carthage, Knossos, and Athens, actually, in that order.
What?
Mother, it seems, was planning a tour of the ancient Mediterranean. Just got a call from the travel agent, confirming 2 first-class tickets.
No one could accuse the old girl of not knowing how to live, could they, eh? 2 tickets. Do you reckon she had a fella on the go?
A thought had occurred to me, as I managed to dismiss it before it activated my sensitive gag reflex.
Nothing wrong with a bit of silver sex, George, as long as the old ticker doesn't give way. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's all paid for, so I have to try and get a refund.
Well, you could use him.
Can't think of anything worse. Getting dressed up to the nines every evening for dinner and vying for a place at the captain's table.
Yeah, sounds awful.
And anyway, who goes on a cruise on their own? Not even my elderly mother, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, but what if you went to go on your own?
It's really sweet of you, but absolutely sure it's not your kind of thing.
Really? Why's that?
You'd be bored rigid. There's no bingo or knobbly knees contests.
Knobbly knees?
So that knot would actually hold all your weight if you fell from a mountain.
It would get tighter the more weight you put on it.
So you've climbed in the Alps?
What's the highest you've ever climbed? There was this...
Oh, Casey! When did you get back?
This morning. I wanted to surprise my mum. Can't wait to see you all.
Was it totally amazing? No, don't you mean, was it totally awesome?
Get rid of one berry and another one crawls from under her rock. Casey's sound. Come on, you can help me set up in the lecture hall.
So can you, like, knock people out with one punch now?
Oh, see if you can. You start with him.
Watch out, girls. Creeper alert. Been taking proper dodgy photos again.
He shouldn't even be allowed back at school.
Have you got hold of Luna?
Oh, no, I've tried to get through, but so far no luck. I'll keep trying.
Harley is desperate to make sure she's okay.
Well, she's in Kinshasa, we know that, but that's about it.
Poor kid.
I know. Must be such a cultural shock. She'd been here such a long time.
If Mrs. Mulgrew can't even be bothered to show up, then why are you listening to anything she says?
Mrs. Mulgrew raised some very serious concerns, Darren. And our own home visit confirmed them.
So what? What, you're just going to put me into care?
Well, we have to consider every option. However, Mrs. Mulgrew did mention that the school might be able to help Darren stay in the family home. I wonder if you have any idea what she had in mind.
Well, it's difficult to say without having spoken to her.
What? This is a joke. You don't even know what's going on.
I must agree. There does seem to be something of a communication breakdown between yourself and Mrs. Mulgrew.
Where is she?
Hurry up and get to your lessons! Imogen, I'm sure you've got a class to go to too.
I'll be back in touch in a day or two once I've completed my assessment.
Yeah, if you can just hang on a bit longer, I'm sure Miss Mulgrew will be along soon.
So sorry I'm late. Miss Georgina, isn't it? My apologies.
It's Darren that I think you should be apologising to. I'll be in contact shortly to rearrange.
I'm here now. I need to talk to you about some ideas I've got for supporting Darren, so if you would like to go back inside...
Unfortunately, I have another appointment, and I'm in danger of being late myself.
It will take a few minutes.
If you'd sent them in writing over the weekend, like you promised, you really should have been here. This isn't the only case I'm dealing with this morning.
Well, I'm sorry for taking up your precious time.
I beg your pardon?
Darren isn't a case. He's a boy who needs our understanding and support. You would do well to remember that.
And you would do well to turn up to meetings on time. Now, if you'll excuse me.
can't believe you've done this. Do you know I'm going to get put into care because of you?
No decisions have been made yet.
I'm not leaving me, Mum. I'll just keep running away, I'm telling you.
I couldn't do nothing.
Darren, go to class, all right? I'll come and find you later.
What did she say?
That our communication is a shambles. Why didn't you send her the info?
I needed to speak to her face to face. I needed to put Darren's case before I gave her all the details.
What details? What haven't you told her?
She doesn't know about the photos on Darren's phone.
What?
Be quiet! Now, I can assure you that the school is dealing with any wrongdoing that Darren may be guilty of.
But, miss, if he really has been perving again, then shouldn't he be excluded or something?
Don't worry, I won't bother taking pictures of you anyway.
You are.
I'll go. What is going on in here?
Some of the pupils have been complaining about Darren being in the class after the letters that their parents have received.
Well, the last time I checked, decisions about who should or shouldn't be in class were made by me, not the pupils. So I don't want to hear any further comment. I'll make myself clear.
Oh, what's happened to her? She's looking rough.
Settle down.
Don't need you sticking up for me.
I'm sorry?
What you heard? I don't want any favours from you.
Darren Hughes, you will mind your tone.
You think you're better than everyone else? She can't even put her shoes on properly. Did you get dressed in the dark or something, miss?
No way, her shoes don't match.
Perhaps we should continue this conversation outside, Mrs. Mulgrew.
Do you have any idea how hard I'm trying to help you?
Mrs. Mulgrew?
If you don't apologise this minute, you can go straight to the cooler.
Looks like I'm going cooler, doesn't it?
Perhaps we all need to calm down.
Excuse me. I am the head teacher of this school, not some errant pupil. I will not be told to calm down, and I will be treated with respect.
You okay, Christine? Heard you finally lost patience with St. Audrey.
It's just all this stuff with Darren Hughes. I think I made a right mess of it.
Simon said that you, weren't feeling too good.
Well, I'd be fine if everyone would mind their own business.
Well, I'm not prying, I'm just worried. As is Simon.
Worried I won't perform to the Board of Education, more like.
Just wants to blow his resilience education trumpet, doesn't he? Look, Christine, I hope you'll take this in the spirit in which it's intended, but, you need to go home.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You need to go home now.
Don't be ridiculous. I can't take a day off every time I feel a bit under the weather, and he would love that, wouldn't he? A chance to do the presentation all on his own, a chance to shine.
I'm not saying don't go to the meeting. I'm just saying before you do, you need to go home and take a shower.
I beg your pardon?
You need to take a shower and brush your teeth, Christine. You reek of alcohol. Do you understand what I'm saying? And we should call you a cab.
I was getting so used to being a different person out there. An athlete.
You are an athlete.
Yeah, but I'm a Barry too. Everyone round here knows what that means. We're wasters. My dad's doing a stretch, and my brother is well on his way to joining him.
Yeah? And you and Dynasty are well on your way to making something of your lives. It's not just the men in your family who define what being a Barry really means. Yeah?
Is it wrong that I'm more freaked out that Mum's got a boyfriend?
Considering who it is, probably not, no.
The scary thing is, she actually seems to like him.
You must be Casey. Heard a lot about you. I'm Mr. Reed, new PE teacher.
Hi. I was just showing Miss my stuff from Miami.
Do you mind if I have a look?
It's a leaving present. It's got all my photos, certificates, and training program on.
These are brilliant. Do you know what'd be great? If you came in and spoke to my sixth form students about this, I think they'd find it really inspiring.
I don't know. I'm not very good at speaking in front of people. I'd be dead nervous.
You should, Casey. You know, everyone needs to see what you've achieved.
Will you be there, miss?
No, I've got classes, but Mr. Reed will take care of you.
Period 3 in the lecture theatre.
Okay. I'll see you then. I better get to class. I'll see you later, miss.
All right. See you.
What?
Do not use the students to try and worm your way back into my good books.
As if I'd do that.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, you look so great.
Oh, Lula.
I've been trying to phone for days.
Oh, well, how are you, Lula? We've been so worried about you. Courtney, get Harley Taylor now. Tell him it's Lula.
Oh, come on. It'll do you good. In case he's home, you want to see her, don't you?
But school.
Oh, everyone's desperate to see her. Do you all miss you?
I can't. I still need that.
I thought you were braver than that. You were the first one to tell me to go in with my head all tight and all that stuff with Barry happened.
Maybe next.
I'll ask the therapist. I'm sure we can sort something. Yeah?
I've been spending a lot of time with my dad, so it's been great. I didn't realize how much I'd missed him.
What's it like there?
It's a total mess. Nothing really works in the school, and it's just falling to pieces. Sometimes we have to miss classes. There's just not enough teachers here.
Where are you living, Lula?
Or with relatives, just near my school, so it's not far to walk. I'm planning to help teach the young children.
Well, that's admirable, but what about your education?
I'll be okay.
Well, we all miss you very much here.
Oh, me too.
We must try and stay in touch. And where's she gone? Oh, come on, get her back. What a remarkable young woman she is. At least we know she's safe.
Hey, here she is!
What? That's not doing here.
Carrying on the party, babe. Round 2, ding ding.
I need you to leave.
No. What you need is the hair of the dog. Put that lovely wee smile back in your face. Here you go. You know, you were much more fun when you had a drink in you.
Right, you lot, out.
Oh, come on, babe. Don't be like that, eh? Listen, I thought we had a connection, me and you.
Are you kidding? I can't even remember your name.
Well, let me remind you, Christine, eh? Oh, talk about blowing hot and cold.
Please just leave.
Well, you're all very prim and proper now, aren't you, eh? Headmistress. That's right. You weren't exactly shy in coming forwards on Saturday night. I wonder if the kids know what a goer you are.
Hands off me. Oh.
Now she's angry.
You got 5 minutes to get your mates and yourself out of my house before I call the police. Is that angry enough for you?
And risk the parents finding out how you spend your weekends.
When the police come, who do you think they'll cart off to a cell to sober up? Me or you?
Don't often see you in here, Carol?
Oh, it's just looking up a recipe.
A recipe?
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Recipe for what?
Souffle.
You might as well show me what you're looking at, because I'll only check the computer history when you're gone.
Well, you can do that.
Yes, so can every kid in the school. So I hope you haven't been looking at things you shouldn't be. Sorry. How to pull a posh bloke and keep him. I'm guessing that the posh bloke you've got in mind is George.
I just wanted to give him a little treat, that's all.
Make self-improvements to become the kind of woman he can be proud of. Yeah. You know, he's not exactly Benedict Cumberbatch himself.
I hardly think you're in a position to be giving me relationship advice. At least I'm putting up a fight to save mine.
Look, you're not going to impress him by learning some upper-class etiquette on a stupid website. Look, you need to show him that you're interested in the things that he is.
Well, like Red Wine and Newsnight. I've tried them both. I can't be doing with either.
No, like the theatre.
You taking the mick?
Audrey?
Can I help you, Mrs. Mulgrew?
I want to apologise for the way I spoke to you earlier.
In front of the pupils, Christine.
I know. It was unforgivable. I've just been so stressed out over this whole Darren Hughes thing. I let it all get on top of me.
I suppose it can happen to the best of us. We'll not mention it again.
I knew you'd be understanding, Audrey, and well, a good friend.
Thank you, Christine. We managed to get through to Lula. She's well.
Oh, that's a relief.
Well, perhaps things are looking up.
Rita's not stupid, Carol.
She's a daft baff from Liverpool who's trying to better herself. I've seen the film.
No, she's actually really bright, right? Being uneducated and being stupid aren't the same thing, Carol, and don't let the likes of George convince you otherwise. What?
You're a smooth talker in a tight corner, Miss Boston. I can see why Casey thinks the world of you.
Does she?
Yeah, never stops going on about you. I'm just glad she's got someone who never lets her down, because God knows I've done that enough. Bless her, she's got this presentation this afternoon in Mr. Reed's class. Should have seen how chuffed she was to be asked. You know, I like that Mr. Reed. I think he's one of the good guys too.
Doesn't it feel good to be back?
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, come on. For your mates? They've done nothing but ask about you since it happened.
Hey, cover it up.
It's all right. I fixed it. No one saw.
I want to go home now.
The cab's gone now. Come on, let's go inside. I promise you, Kev. It's gonna be okay.
It's a bit more like it.
I think I'm over the worst.
Right. You don't need to do that, you know.
Do what?
Pretend. It's me you're talking to. I don't judge because I'm not exactly without flaws, and I don't gossip because I have no friends, so the perfect confidant.
Thank you, George.
And you can pay me back by keeping Loseley on a short leash when it comes to the Board of Education. No more new initiatives, please.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, and Christine, the occasional defeat doesn't mean you're losing the war. You know that.
Oh, there you are, Mrs. Mulgrew. I've got a couple of police officers in here looking for you. Something to do with your car?
I'm afraid it's been found abandoned, having been involved in an accident.
Really?
When was the last time you saw the vehicle, Matt?
I assumed it was here this morning when I left the house. One of my colleagues picked me up by Miss McFall. We do a car share. You know, now I think about it, I don't remember actually seeing it, so maybe it wasn't there. Are you thinking it was stolen?
It would seem the most likely possibility.
Well, I am shocked. You know, it's usually such a quiet neighbourhood. So, what happens now?
Luckily, there's CCTV on the street where it was found, so we're just waiting to get the footage, and we'll know exactly who was driving.
CCTV?
Yes, let's hope it doesn't turn out to be one of your students.
That was in Colorado last summer. Is that close to Miami, where Casey were?
Gabriella, would you mind if we postpone your presentation? Casey is back from the States. She's going to be talking today. Give me your tablet.
Mr. Reed, it's all set up.
It'd be great for everyone to hear about her time there.
Coach Matthews took that one.
Look who's come to visit.
Kev, you're back. That's amazing.
Hi, Rihanna.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming in?
She didn't.
It's great, isn't it? He's really on the mend.
This is turning out to be a day of returning heroes.
You ready for the board?
Absolutely.
Oh, I hope they can see what can be achieved with all this. I mean, I think the results of Waterloo Road speak for themselves. Yeah, we've had a few hiccups, admittedly, but hey, there's a learning curve. We just need to focus on how efficiently it can be rolled out elsewhere.
Got it.
Yeah. Demonstrate that the blueprint for resilience education already exists and that it's just a matter of implementation and that they'll be onto a winner.
I said, I've got it.
Just making sure we're on the same page.
I don't need coaching because I was here when we did this, remember?
Yeah, of course.
You go ahead, I'll be over in a minute.
Christine, if you're not feeling well, it might be better to postpone. We need to get the pitch right.
I'm fine.
Right, because if you're not feeling up to it...
Simon, I'll be right there. Just give me a second. Okay.
Okay, good.
And that's the last one. When I first got offered the place, I didn't think that I was good enough. Then Miss Boston said that I was good enough. And she told me to believe in myself. And, well, glad she got through to me. I'm my army coach. Coach Matthews said that she did a great job. Because Coach says it's all about the top 2 inches.
The what?
What you've got up here, in between your ears.
Mind over body. Coach Matthews says that if you want your body to do something that badly, then it will do it. Just might take some time to get used to the idea. So never give up.
Mind over body, Kevin.
Getting your body used to the idea of being battered seems pretty mindless to me.
Boxing isn't about getting battered. It's about using your speed and agility to avoid that.
Can you give us a demo, Casey?
Yeah, sure.
Do we have a volunteer?
How about Kevin?
How about you, Gabriella?
Well, getting punched is preferable to hearing more about Coach Matthews.
You see, basically boxing is more than just fighting. It's about wrong-footing your opponent. It's about patience. Knowing when to attack and when to drop back. You need to find their weaknesses. All the time trying not to give yours away. So, by the time that you finally make contact, they're unbalanced. And they go down like circus spuds. That's what Coach Matthews says anyway.
So what we've seen is an increase in the conduct we associate with good citizenship, behaving responsibly, treating others with respect. And with that, a reduction in antisocial behaviour. Both unauthorised absences and exclusions are down.
Well, it's very impressive, I must say, Mr. Lowesley. An excellent initiative introduced by a very innovative young teacher. But unfortunately, we have some other issues on the agenda which are not a cause for celebration. Excellent timing, Miss Wilkes. We're just about to move on to the next item on the agenda.
I didn't know there were any other items on the agenda.
Nor did I, Mrs. Mulgrew. Until this morning, when I was inundated with calls from irate parents, the ones who had received letters from you informing them that their daughters had been photographed inappropriately.
An issue I am dealing with.
I may well have been inclined to believe you had it in hand had I not also had a call from social services expressing some concerns about an issue of child protection.
I was extremely alarmed to discover from Mr. Bain that Darren had been taking photographs of a sexual nature. Something you had omitted to mention at our meeting.
Yeah, that's probably my fault.
Then again, had you attended the meeting in its entirety, perhaps it would have been covered.
You were too busy to give this case the time of day. Isn't it strange you suddenly have a window in your schedule?
We're not talking about a case, we're talking about a child, Mrs. Mulgrew.
Fine. Maybe I should have informed social services about the photographs and the board about Darren's situation, but I have been responding to events as they happen.
Parents are not confident in your handling of the situation, and neither are social services, and frankly, neither am I.
I'm not sure that's fair, Mr. Bain.
Well, I think it is, Mr. Lowesley.
Mr. Lowesley, Mr. Bain, is that what you call each other at Sunday lunch?
Not sure what you're trying to insinuate, Christine, but perhaps we can try and focus if you can. This is a potential PR disaster.
I might have known that would bother you.
Well, someone's got to care about the school's reputation.
Now, this is entirely typical of an LA who offers no support, a bare minimum of funding, but yet is first in line to criticise our every mistake.
Simply not the case, Christine.
Your selective memory is unbelievable.
Well, yours isn't. I seem to recall you being a little less than supportive of Simon's Resilience Education Initiative. In fact, as far as I understand it, you threatened to cancel the whole thing on more than one occasion.
Robert, I'm not sure that this is the time...
Robert, Simon, so now I really do know what's discussed over Sunday lunch. Thank you for your loyalty, Simon.
Christine!
No, I'm going to leave you two to your Mutual Appreciation Society. Some of us have a school to run.
What the hell was that about?
Oh, that felt good.
You can't possibly think you've done us any favours at all in there.
Us? There isn't really an us in your world, is there, Simon? Your initiatives, your promotion, your career. It must be so tedious when the children and the school come between you and your 5-year plan.
No, that is not fair. I've done everything I can to stand by you. Yeah, it's no secret that I want to be a head teacher, but that doesn't mean to say I want your job.
Is that what you tell yourself? Is that what you tell yourself so you can sleep at night?
No, you get back in there and you explain to them that you haven't been well and apologise. Everyone has an off day, Christine, they'll understand.
This isn't an off day, Simon. This is an on day. This is the first time in ages I have had anything resembling clarity. So there will be no apology. I'm not playing the game anymore. It's yours. The job, the big office, you are welcome to it. I am done.
No, you don't mean that.
Don't I?
No.
Simon would like to talk to you.
Yeah, run along, Simon.
You may be determined to ruin your own career, but I will not let you drag him down with you.
Oh, don't worry. After today, Golden Boy can do what he likes with this place. I quit.
Christine!
To go.
I think Casey got a lot from that presentation.
If I didn't know you better, Nikki, I think that was an apology.
Well, it's a good job you know me better then, isn't it?
I got this one for winning a pull-up competition. I beat all the boys and everything.
Well, I heard for a while you were a boy. I heard for a while that you're an idiot. Oh, wait there, you still are.
Carry on, Case.
This was my work on the punch bags.
That's brilliant.
Completely unaccredited certificates. How amazing.
It's not really about the certificates. It's about what they represent.
I don't expect her to understand. If she can't stick it on Daddy's credit card, it's not worth having.
Well, if your boyfriend likes certificates so much, maybe they'll give him one for learning how to pee on his own. That's right, everyone. Kevin pees in a bag now. I can smell it from here.
Sick, do you know that?
Hey, stop right now, that's enough. Gabriella, cooler.
She's not worth it, Casey.
Sorry, Case.
I don't see why I'm the one getting in trouble. She attacked me.
You're starting to become a very unpleasant young woman. Do you know that?
Gabriella, go on to the cooler, please. Mr. Reed will be with you in a minute. That was a bit harsh, don't you think?
No, I don't think. She just humiliated Kevin Chalk in front of everyone, and all because I postponed a poxy little presentation.
Well, I suppose that shows how much it means to her.
You taking her side?
I just hope that the way you're treating her has nothing to do with her outing you and Nikki.
Thanks, mate, for assuming the absolute worst of me.
Hector!
Just do one, Simon.
How'd the big presentation go?
Shake hands. Now, you that way and you that way.
Victoria! I've ordered ahead. Whew. I don't know about you, but I am absolutely starving. She's not worth it, Biggs.
I know, she's really sorry.
When did she give you that?
Simon gave it to me.
You're not seriously thinking about giving her another chance. She'll only hurt you again. You deserve better.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you can't just leave, not because of that stupid cow. No one cares about her anyway.
What did you say to me this morning?
What are you talking about?
You promised everybody's laughing at me.
No one's laughing at you, Kev. They want you to get better.
Well, I'll get better in the hospital.
Okay.
Heard about the meeting.
Things needed to be said, so I said them.
So what now? This is you leaving?
I no longer think my position here is tenable.
This isn't you speaking.
Well, my lips are moving, George, so it must be.
Christine, you're drunk. You need to go home and sleep it off. Deal with the fallout tomorrow when your head is straight. I don't want this. I don't think you should be having any more of it either.
When did you become so sensible? We didn't go a week without a lock-in down the blacksmith's.
That was then.
I used to worry about you, George. Can you believe that? I used to worry that you like to drink a bit too much.
I did like to drink a bit too much.
You, but for the grace of God, go you, eh, George?
Quite possibly.
You know, I'm not sure I like you when you're being sensible, George. I think I prefer you when you're behaving badly.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, sorry, my bad, as my son would say. I forgot you've got the lovely Carol to think about, haven't you? But I mean, George, really? Carol Barry.
I should go.
Yeah, go on. Everybody does.
The kids are saying that Christine came into work drunk this morning.
They're calling her too shoe more grew. Apparently she had an odd pair on or something.
Well, I haven't heard anything. I've been in this job long enough to take what I do hear with a pinch of salt.
So the shoe thing with Darren Hughes in your class didn't happen?
Darren Hughes is a troubled young man under the spotlight.
What's Christine's excuse?
Look, Audrey's right, Mum. Eh? We're not doing Christine any favours, though. We're spreading stories about her.
Yeah, but there's a difference between gossiping and being concerned.
Yes, but the two aren't necessarily mutually exclusive.
Right. Perhaps you think you're being loyal or discreet or whatever, Audrey, but what you're actually doing is sticking your head in the sand. Because if you know something and you're covering for her,
You're not helping Christine, and you're certainly not helping the kids.
Hey, have you not heard about Tushu Malgru?
Christine, are you okay?
Couldn't be better, Sonia. I'm going to go and get a few boxes, and then I'm going to come back and clear my desk, which is something I should have done months ago.
Right. Mrs. Malgru, are you okay?
If one more person asked me that today, I would scream.
Where are you going?
To the canteen, Imogen. Not that it's any of your business.
Maybe I could get you something and bring it back to your office.
And why would you do that? Have I suddenly lost the power of my legs or something?
I was just trying to help.
With what? What exactly were you trying to help with?
Nothing. Do you need me to call Connor?
If you care about him, don't call him. You can't have me disrupt his life again.
Don't know what to do.
I'll go back to my office, and I will sort myself out. Just promise me you won't phone Connor. Imogen?
Okay. Promise.
Christine is clearing her desk.
And?
So she is actually leaving.
Don't know what you want me to do about that, George.
I want you to try and talk her out of it.
She's made her decision, and based on what I've seen, it's for the best.
Have you any idea how difficult it must be to fight an addiction, Simon?
I can only guess, but we have a responsibility.
One day, the one day she slips up, you're prepared to sell her down the river. You can give the likes of Gabriella Walk chance after chance. Shame you can't show the same compassion for Christine.
Christine is a grown woman. Gabriella Walk's a child.
Yes. Well, only you know if that's the real reason, Simon.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, the other big difference is that Gabriella Walk is not blocking the next rung on your career ladder.
Now, let's wake you all up a bit with a quick fire round. Causes of the French Revolution. Anyone? Hands up.
Sorry, miss.
Take a seat. Come on. We only did this last week. Nicole?
People were starving. The crops failed.
Well done. Now, the
Kev's
country
not
was
talking to me.
controlled by the church.
Why? What did you do?
I forced him to come in today. He said he wasn't ready.
Anyone else? Max?
High taxes.
Very good.
I can't blame you for what Gabby did.
The proletariat
Rushed him.
like you.
He's embarrassed. Looking for someone to lash out at.
I'm his girlfriend. I should have listened.
You did what you thought
What
was
I
right.
want you to think about now is the
Or
world.
to do something than do nothing.
What was going on?
Why, what's happened?
Now I want you to turn to chapter 4 in your workbooks, please, and read the first paragraph.
I've got a surprise for you.
Don't really have time for surprises today, Cal. Sorry. Okay, surprise sounds lovely. What is it?
2 tickets for the theatre tonight.
Doesn't sound like your kind of thing.
Not just a pretty face. Heard you about Christine this morning. Apparently she was pickled as a news.
Who told you that?
Do you want the full list? Apparently she had odd shoes on.
Any of the kids notice?
Have a look at the feet, George. Oh, come on, you got to see the funny side.
Doesn't the joke, Carol? Christine's career is on the line. She happens to be a friend of mine, which makes it my problem too. Okay, I want everyone in their right shoes right now. I'd also like to know this minute who was behind this little stunt.
Can't be me, sir.
Miss Mulgrew,
What is it, Sonia?
the police are here to see you again. Shall I, I'll tell them you're busy, yeah?
Do I look busy to you, Sonia?
No, but No.
We'll send them in.
What, now?
Yes, Sonia, now.
Don't you think you should put that away first? Come through.
Thank you, Sonia. Did you go to this school?
Yes, back when it was Havelock.
And you?
I didn't grow up around here.
My uncle was a police officer. Not the sharpest tool in the box, but then I don't suppose you have to be for issuing tickets and cracking heads.
We've come to update you on the CCTV.
I think I'm ahead of you there.
I'm afraid the camera was broken. We don't have any footage of the person who stole your car.
Are you okay, madam?
I am. It's just sod's law, isn't it?
We'll dust for prints, but I doubt we'll have much joy. Well, thanks for your time.
Well, if there's anything I can do, just let me know.
Mrs. Mulgrew deserves better, quite frankly. From you, especially.
Think so?
There's something about the cooler that particularly attracts you, Darren. You do seem intent on spending as much time there as possible.
Well, keeps me off the streets, sir.
Well, it means the female population will be safe from your attentions, at least.
Hello, Darren.
On first-name terms, can't help noticing. Why does that not surprise me?
What have you been up to?
No.
Well, nothing he needs arresting for, anyway.
Unless pointing out to your head teacher that she's wearing odd shoes is a crime. Should have seen the state of her.
Yes, that's enough, thank you.
What did you get for being drunk in charge of a school?
So, to recap, the country's debt, high taxation, famine. These all contribute.
Miss Mulgrew's right. Connor is going to come running if you call him.
It's his mother.
He's doing really great down there. Maybe this is just a one-off.
She was right out of it. If she's really started drinking again, you'll never forgive me if I don't call.
Now, what I want you all to do...
Miss McFall?
Yes?
Can we have a word, please?
Certainly. Keep the noise down in here, please.
What would the busiest one with Miss McFall?
Nice lift share.
Yes. How often do you drive her into work?
Oh, that's right. No, I did drive Christine in this morning. I hope I didn't jump a red light or anything.
No, nothing like that. Just a routine inquiry. Mrs. Mulgrew had her car stolen this morning.
Yes. Dreadful business, she told me when I picked her up.
Well, that's odd, because she told us she didn't know it was missing until we informed her.
Well, it must have been some other time she mentioned it.
Miss McFall, I hope you realise that perverting the course of justice is a crime. It isn't something that should be done on a whim to cover for a friend.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Her car was in an accident. The driver abandoned the vehicle. Maybe we should take you down to the station, make an official statement.
Oh, she's a good woman, officer, please. I mean, surely we can all make mistakes.
Probably be here any minute. Doubt Audrey's ever told a lie in her life.
I should never have put her in that position.
Look, I could get you home, buy you a bit of time to sober up, get your story straight.
Officers, still here?
Would like to ask you a few more questions about your movements this morning.
You'd better come in. George, we can finish this another time.
Well, I should probably stay and...
No, you have a class to go to.
We have a little problem, Mrs. Mulgrew. Miss McFall doesn't corroborate your story about having come to work with her this morning.
I said, Audrey, but what I meant was my daughter-in-law, Imogen. We don't often share, but we did this morning.
I wonder if maybe you drove your car this morning, Mrs. Mulgrew, had a little prang and decided to abandon it.
Are you calling me a liar?
Perhaps you left the car because you were worried that you might be breathalyzed.
I want you to leave.
Had you been drinking?
At 8:30 in the morning.
Have you been drinking since, Mrs. Mulgrew?
I want you to leave right now. I swear I'll
lessons now.
Connor, you need to come home. Something awful's happened.
Look, I know how you feel about Christine at the moment, but I'm going to go down to the police station and try and get her out.
You can go running after Christine if you want, George, but just leave me out of it.
Great. Let me guess, you've got a new nameplate to order.
I'll probably stay at George's tonight.
Yeah, all right. We get the picture.
Right, there's some flapjack and waffles in the cupboard for your breakfast. I'll see you tomorrow. Hiya.
What a day.
I thought get ready at yours.
Hmm? Oh, the theatre. Snag is, Christine.
It'll keep your mind off things. And I've packed my toothbrush.
No, I'm sorry.
George, a night in a cell will probably do her good. You can see her in the morning.
No, I've got to do something.
A toast of me and waffle, Mum.
Right, well, to the new acting head, darling, of Waterloo Road. How good does that sound? I don't think he'll just be acting the part for too long either. There won't be any way back for it after today.
I'm not sure this is right, you know. Christine's a good teacher. Yeah, she made a big mistake, but champagne.
Simon, get over yourself. Always thinking about other people. Do what's right for you and me for once.
It's not a good day for the school.
Well, agreed. But the only way is up after this.
She's a good friend of mine. Christine Mulgrew.
That's right.
Well, I was hoping I might be able to see her.
I'm afraid that's not going to be possible.
Do you have any idea when you're going to release her?
When she's been interviewed.
And when might that be?
When she's sobered up.
Right.
Look, why don't you go home? Save yourself a long wait.
We're going nowhere, sunshine. Take a pew, George. Right, what have you charged her with? You have charged her. You can't just keep her banged up for no reason. She's got rights. Now wind your neck in and go find someone who knows what's what. Hmm? I'll have a cup of tea if you're making one. If she's your problem, she's my problem. And by the way, that play didn't have a very happy ending.
The wall is a thank you from me to you for all your hard work and to celebrate everyone's achievements.
If they stop her from teaching, she's got nothing. It's not your job to save her.
Stop it! Gabriella's claiming that Nikki hit her. I walked in on them and I think that...
What, that she did it? Are you saying that I'm lying?
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
I didn't touch her, so I am going back to my class, and you can get Gabriella to tell you the truth.
And that's all next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Coming up, Spartacus the Musical, a classic. An outrageous last episode of Outnumbered here on BBC One. Denton's tough time in prison gets worse. No one's above the law in Line of Duty on BBC Two now. And 2 Festival Virgins won't stay that way on BBC Three under the eagle eyes of their suspicious parents.